Yeah, good morning, students. Am I audible? Shilpa madam?
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir. You can go ahead, sir.
I have one suggestion for the students. I think both the links have been shared to the students group. Don't use StreamYard link. You use other link. That StreamYard link is only for the host who is going to present this session. Yeah, good morning to one and all. Before starting your a course, you need to know about the rules and regulations of the Visheshwaraya Technological University, to which we are affiliated to. So this is a orientation program. You know, our college is affiliated to Visheshwaraya Technological University, and you are very well aware that apart from this government university, there are other private universities are also. So we are affiliated to this Visheshwaraya Technological University. And you know that this BE, Bachelor of Engineering, is a 4 year course. Each academic year is divided into two parts, art semester and even semester. I think you are able to see the screen now. Yes, as I said, colleges belong to affiliated to Visheshwaraya Technological University. This Bachelor of Engineering course is a 4 year course. Each academic year is divided into two parts. One is art semester, another one is even semester. And now, for the sake of convenience, we have classified the first year students into two groups. One is the physics cycle, another one is the chemistry cycle. Now, in our college, we are putting computer science, mechanical, and civil students in the physics cycle, and electronics, communication, and information science and engineering students in the chemistry cycle. It is only for the sake of convenience. Generally, 50% of the students will be in the physics cycle and remaining 50% will be in the chemistry cycle. Sometimes in some colleges, the ESA may be in the P cycle and computer science may be in the C cycle. You need not worry about it. So in the first semester, those students who are studying the P cycle subjects in the second semester will go to the C cycle and vice versa. It means you will be swapping the subjects. What are the subjects that you are going to study in the P cycle? There are 8 subjects. You can see it on the screen. We'll have engineering mathematics, engineering physics, basic electrical engineering, elements of civil engineering, graphics. You have physics lab, electrical lab, and also have a technical English. In the last column, you can see the credits. Okay. Maths has got credits of 4. Physics also has got credits of 4. Electrical, civil, graphics have got credits 3. Whereas the labs have got only one credit, technical English also got 1 credit. This credit is nothing but the weightage given to the subject. 4 credits means obviously those 2 subjects are having more weightage than the other 3 theoretical subjects. And in the lab, you can see only one credit for each lab. So you need to prepare well for the theory to get a good percentage. Similarly, the subjects of chemistry cycle are also like this. You have engineering maths, it is a common subject. Engineering chemistry will have C programming, basic electronics, elements of mechanical engineering. You have 2 labs, chemistry lab and C programming lab. Again, the same technical English. Here also will have 8 subjects. And this is utmost important. That's why I am putting this slide in the beginning itself. Attendance requirement. As per the university norms, the students has to put in a minimum attendance of 85% in each subject with a provision of 10% condonation by the Vice Chancellor on the specific recommendation of the principal. But you know that in PUC, generally the PU colleges are very, very lenient about this attendance. As long as you are studying well, neither your teachers nor your principal will not be worried much about the attendance. But in the engineering colleges, as per the university norms, attendance is at most important. If you don't have 85% attendance, then you will not be allowed to write the university exam. So therefore, you can't afford to miss the classes. In case if you miss the classes and even in one subject, if you get less than 85% attendance, then you may end up losing one academic year. So therefore, you are required to attend at least 85% of the classes that we are going to conduct in a semester. And as far as this exam is concerned, here there will be two kinds of assessment, external assessment and internal assessment. External assessment will be done for 60 marks, you can see, and internal assessment will be done for 40 marks and total assessment will be 100. So though the external assessment is only for 60, but I have put 100 in the bracket because the exam will be conducted for 100 marks, then it will be reduced to 60. And internal assessment will be for 40 marks. And what is the minimum mark that is required for passing? So in the external exam, you need to score at least 35%. 35% of the 60 marks means it is 21. Okay, so then only you'll be declared as pass. Similarly, even in the internals also, you have to have a 40% of the 40 marks. 40% of 40 marks means 4 for the 16. That should be the minimum marks that you have to score for passing the subject. And when you put together this external and internal, it should be equal to 40 or it should exceed 40. But you may get confusion here. The minimum marks for passing the external exam is only 21 and internal is only 16. But when you add this 21 and 16, you will get 37, right? But here the total mark should be more than 40. So this is only the minimum. 21 and 16 is only the minimum marks. Another 3 marks to make it 40. 21 plus 16 is 37. Where do you get that remaining 3 marks? The remaining 3 marks either you have to score additionally in the external exam or in the internal exam. So that put together should be equal to 40. If you simply get minimum 21 and minimum 16 in the internal and external exams, then you will be declared as failed. So therefore, you have to score here at least 19. If you score at least 19 in the internal assessment, then you will be in the safer zone. 21 plus 19 will be equal to the 40. Then you will be declared as pass. Similarly, in the lab also, here also we conduct exam for 100 marks, but later on it will be reduced to 60 because external assessment will be for 60 and internal assessment will be for 40. So again, here also total marks will be 100. But here see the minimum requirement for passing. In the theory, it is 35%, but in the lab, it is 40%. It is not 35. So therefore, you have to score at least 40% of the 60. 40% of the 60 means it is 24. And similarly, in the internal assessment, for the theory subject, you need to score at least 40% of the 40 marks, that is 16. But in the lab, you have to score at least 50% of the 40 marks. 50% of the 40 marks is 20, and the total put together will become equal to 44. Therefore, for passing in the lab exam, it should be 44. In the theory, it is 40, but in the lab, it is 40. And here, you can see this internal assessment. We are assessing 40 for both the theory as well as lab by your concerned subject teacher. So then how do they going to assess it? Is there any provision for the teachers to make a favor to any particular XYZ student? No, we cannot do like that. There is a clear instruction from the university to assess the marks at the college level, that is the internal marks. 40 marks of the internal marks will be assessed based on 3 parameters. Say, for the sake of convenience, we have split it into 3 parts. In fact, this is a suggestion from the university. This 40 marks is split it into 20 marks, 10 marks, and another 10 marks. 20 marks will be assessed by conducting 3 tests in the 5th week, 10th week, and the 15th week of the semester. See, in the 3rd week of January, or maybe in the 4th week of January, we are going to start the first internals. So it is internals means it is the internal exam. It is not the internal test. See, I am repeating, it is not the internal test, it is the internal exam. It is like your university exam only, because you are going to assess for 40 marks at the college level itself. So how we are going to assess? How we are going to perform in the exams that we are conducted repeatedly in the college. So 20 marks will be assessed based on your performance in the internal test that will be generally conducted in the the last week of every month. Say in the last week of January, last week of February, and last week of March, you will be having 3 internals. Based on the average marks that you are going to score in the 3 internals, 20 marks will be assessed. What about the remaining 10 marks? 10 marks will be assessed based on the performance of the student in the test conducted on every Monday. Even this Monday on 8th, this is 8, 9, 10, 11, I think. So on 11th also we'll be having one exam, right? That 10 marks will be assessed based on. Next 10 marks will be assessed based on the seminars, quizzes, and other activities conducted during the semester. In the same way, how are we going to assess the lab internal marks? See, 40% of the internal marks will be assessed based on 2 parameters. So one is 60% of 40 marks is 24. 24 marks will be assessed based on continuous evaluation of the students in the regular lab classes. So remaining 60 marks will be assessed based on the lab tests conducted during the semester period. So some departments will conduct only one test at the end of the semester, and some departments will be conducting the tests in between, in the beginning also. So it all depends upon the concerned teacher. So as I mentioned in the beginning itself, those who fail to secure a minimum of 60 marks in the theory will lose the eligibility to write the external exam conducted by VTU. This is very, very important. You need to aware of it. Say for example, in a physics subject, out of 40 marks, a student failed to get a 16, he has scored only 15. So then you will be declared as NSSR, not satisfying sessional requirement. So if you once you declare it as NSSR in a particular subject, then you will not be allowed to write the exam in that particular subject. Those who fail to secure a minimum of 20 marks in the lab will lose the eligibility to give the external lab exam. So therefore, you can't just neglect the internal marks. So until and unless you get a minimum marks in the internals, you will not be allowed to write the semester end exam. After writing the exam, you'll get the results. So if you get 70% in the engineering, you will be declared as first class with distinction. If it is between 60 and 70, first class. If it is between 50 and 60, then it is second class. Eligibility for promotion to higher semesters. A student seeking eligibility to 3rd semester should not have been failed in more than 4 subjects in the 1st and 2nd semester put together. So you will have 8 subjects in the 1st semester and another 8 subjects in the 2nd semester. Totally it will be 16 subjects. Out of 16 subjects, the maximum subject you can retain is only 4. You have to pass at least 12 subjects. Otherwise, you have to stay back at home. You have to pass that minimum number of subjects. Then only you'll get eligibility for the 2nd year or for the 3rd semester. The same way, a student seeking eligibility to the 5th semester should have passed in all the subjects of 1st and 2nd semester and should not have failed in more than 4 subjects in 3rd and 4th semester. Same thing. A student seeking eligibility to the 7th semester should have been passed in all the subjects in the 3rd and 4th semester and should not have been failed in more than 4 subjects in the 5th and 6th semester put together. Actually, here in the exam, we are not going to give the percentage because here assessment is based on this choice-based credit system. So in this choice-based credit system, say for example, a particular student has scored a marks between 90 and 100. It may be 93 or 96 or it could be even 98. Then we are going to give it grade points. So if your marks 90 and 100, then you'll get 10 grade points. So for all the students who have scored, whether it is 90 or 91 or 92 or even 99 or 100, everybody will get grade points 10. That grade letter will be mentioned as yes, that is the outstanding. If your marks is between 89 and 80, then excellent, grade points will be 9, grade letter will be. So like how, depending upon the range of marks that you are going to score, the grade points will be assessed between 10 and 4. If it is between 0 and 39, it will be declared as a fail. And these are the corresponding grade letters for different grade points. So in the beginning, I mentioned different subjects will be having a different credits. Say certain subjects like maths and physics, chemistry got a credits of 4. There are certain subjects like civil, mechanical and all have got a credits of 3. Drawing also got a credit 3. Labs have got credit 1. Technical English is also having a 1 credit. So the weightage of each subject is measured with a unit called credit. Credit points. So how do we calculate this credit points after the exam? It is a product of grade points secured in the exam and number of credits for a subject. Say for example, a particular student has scored 8 grade points in the engineering subject. The weightage for the subjects is credits. 8 grade points into 4 credits, it is 32. This is the credit points. So this is the number of points that have scored in your exam. 32 credit points have scored in this particular subject. Say for example, in the C programming lab, you got a grade points of 9, but it has got just 1 credit. Weightage of the subject is just 1. Therefore, 9 into 1 is just 9. So the credit points is 9. So here, one very important thing all of you should notice is, though here the student has scored only 8 grade points in the engineering physics, because of 4 credits, he has got 32 credit points. But in the C programming lab, though he has scored 9 grade points, but its weightage is just 1 credit. So therefore, the credit points he has scored is only 9. Even if you get 10 grade points here, as it is having only 1 credit, the maximum number of credit points you can score is only 10 here. But here in the theory subject, as it has got a credits of 4, if your grade points is a 10, then the credit points would be 40. So the maximum number of credit points you can score is 40 in the theory. Here it is just 10. So therefore, when you make preparation for your exam, you have to make note of all these things. Then only you can get a good percentage. Because finally, at the end of the 3rd year, when you go for placement activities, every company will see your percentage. Therefore, apart from learning the subject, you should also show some smartness in scoring the marks. So, what is the smartness that you have to see? You have to see the credits for the subject. So, if the credits for the subject is more, then you have to focus more on that particular subject so that your credit points will improve. Then your percentage will also be good. At the end of the semester, after getting the result, as I mentioned in the beginning, the percentage will not be given. Instead, SGPA will be given. I think if you have studied in the CBSE, you are aware of this semester grade point average. It is a measure of performance of work done in a semester. Okay, let us see how to calculate this SGPA or semester grade point average. I'll take one particular marks cut. Hypothetically, I have taken there is one student. Let us say is okay, marks cut is like this. Say in the engineering mathematics, it has got a credits of 4. This is the weightage. The first column is reflecting the weightage given to the subject. It is constant. It is not variable. See the grade points the student has scored in the exam. How we get this grade points? It depends upon how much marks he has scored in the university exam. Okay, along with the internal exam. So in the engineering mathematics, the student has scored only 5 grade points. Therefore, how many credit points he will get? 4 into 5, it is 20. Say in the second subject, say in the engineering physics, he has scored a grade points of 8. It is also having credits 4, 8 4 so 30. Say in the same way, electrical subject, it has got credits 3, grade points is 6, 18. Like how if you multiply, okay, this credits and grade points, you will get credit points for each and every subject. So the last column is showing the credit points scored by a particular student in different subjects. The credit points of this student in the mathematics is 20, physics 32, electrical 18, civil 21, graphics 27, physics lab 10, electrical lab 9, technical English 8. If you add all these credit points, the total credit points is getting is 145. Okay. This is the total credit points a X student has scored. And when you add all these credits, 4 plus 4 plus 3, all this, the total credits in the first semester is 20. If you divide this ratio of total credit points and the total credits, that is 145 divided by 20, what you get is the SGPA, that is semester grade point average. Okay, it is like your percentage in the result, but it's not exactly the percentage. I will show you how to calculate the percentage. All of you understood this? So the total credit points is 145. The total credits of all the subjects is 20. This remains, this denominator is same for all the students. Okay, but this credit points will be varying from student to student. It all depends upon how much marks that you have scored and how many grade points you have scored in each and every subject. So based on this, CGPA will vary from student to student. So, but generally some companies will ask SGPA, some companies will ask percentage. Then how do you calculate percentage? There is a formula for calculating or converting this SGPA into percentage. So percentage is equal to SGPA minus 0.75 into 10. Okay, this is the formula. Say for example, a particular student has got a SGPA of 8.5. Then how do you calculate the percentage? Percentage is equal to SGPA minus 0.75 into 10. So therefore it is 8.5 minus 0.75 into 10. So that is 7.75 into 10. 77.5 is the percentage. Look here. See, generally students will multiply this 8.5 into 10 and they say I got 85%. No. Okay. If you simply multiply this, you will not get percentage. So there is a formula, percentage is equal to SGPA minus 0.75 into 10. So therefore, if you subtract 0.75 from 8.5 and if you multiply it with the 10, then you will get 77.5. So therefore, a student whose SGPA is 8.5 has a percentage of 77.5. Don't simply multiply your SGPA with the 10. That will not be your percentage. You have to subtract 0.75. Okay, and then you have to multiply. And also in 10th class, CBSE students will just multiply SGPA grade point average with 9.9. Okay, 9.5 I think. So that is also not the correct formula. This is the formula that we have to use. SGPA minus 0.75. Only in the first semester will get SGPA. In the subsequent semesters, they give CGPA. That is cumulative grade point average. Okay. So what is this cumulative grade point average? See, cumulative grade point average will be calculated like this. It is the credit points of all the passed courses from the previous semesters divided by total credits of those courses. So this is the formula. So as of now, you need not worry much about it. Okay, you'll understand this later. Now, as soon as if you see the calendar of events, this is the induction program schedule. It is going on. Our tentative dates, mostly it is going to be finalized in a day or two. Tentative dates for the first internals, it will be in the third week of January. I think if you have received your calendar of events, we have mentioned the exact date on which we are going to start the first internals. Generally, it will be in the third week of January. I think it must be 27th or 28th of your January. Okay, your second internals will be in the third week of Feb. Okay, and third internals will be in the third week of March. Last working day of this semester is 27th March 21. Okay, before 27th of March, we have to complete the theory, lab, internals, assessment, everything. Okay, see the V2 exam schedule. The practical exams are going to start from 29th of March. You will have this practical exam for 8 to 10 days. Then immediately theory exams are going to be started. From 12th of April, you will be having a theory exam. So after your exam, maybe a few days, maybe some 2-3 days, you'll be having a vacations. Then second semester will be commencing from 3rd of May. So this is how the semester will go so far. You can make note of the dates. It is also available in the calendar of events that we have already shared with the students group. Ragging is banned at East Point campus. I know that maybe a few students are scared of it, but absolutely there is no reason for getting scared for this. Ragging of any kind is declared as a criminal offense and it is strictly banned as per Honorable Supreme Court directions. Strict action will be taken against the students indulging in the illegal act of ragging. The defaulters will be expelled and restricted from the institute. The FIR will be lodged against the defaulters. The version of the freshers will be considered final. Okay. The FIR means it is a police case. First information report will be lodged in the police station. In fact, this anti-ragging committee will be there in each and every college. In the same way, even in our college also, we have one committee. In the anti-ragging committee, it will be chaired by the principal, and the members will be the HODs of the departments. In fact, not only the HODs, the members of this anti-ragging committee is, apart from principal and HODs, there will be a sub-inspector from the local police station, the warden of the hostel, the transport in charge. All this, and also your class teacher will be the members of the anti-ragging committee. You will have the male faculty members in the committee as well as female faculty members. So definitely you can bring into the notice of any of the committee members in case if you come across such kind of any problem. But I'm sure you're not going to face any such kind of problems. But still, even outside the campus also, if you come across such kind of problems, either it can be in the public transport or in our college transport, or maybe in the PG where you're staying, just bring it to the notice of any of the faculty members or the anti-ragging committee members. Immediate action will be taken without giving the details of the complaint. So you're also expected to conduct in a very disciplined manner inside the campus as well as outside the campus. Okay, be punctual, polite, well-mannered, amicable, helpful, compassionate. So we need not tell all these things. So not only as a student, as a civil, a person who is in the society are supposed to have all this kind of a character. Do not come out of the classroom during the class sessions for any reason except during the tea and lunch breaks. Do not cause damage to any property belonging to the college or hostel. And if you notice anybody causing damage, report to the authorities. Do not affiliate to any political party or participate in its activities during your student career. It is very, very important. Avoid smoking, consuming liquor, okay, at any time. Do not organize or participate in unauthorized meetings or demonstrations. Do not hold celebrations of any kind inside the classroom. Do not possess or use mobile phones inside the campus. Do not cause annoyance to fellow day scholars, nor indulge in objectionable conduct and behavior while commuting by the college bus. Board the bus at your pickup point only at the specified time and get out at college only, and vice versa. In the college, though we are not having a uniform, we are not insisting the uniform, but we expect the students to dress in a well mannered. Only formal dress is allowed to wear, never a casual wear like t-shirt, jeans, etc. when you're in the college. So we expect you to be, okay, look like a professional students. Always wear shoes for your safety. Have a decent haircut. I wish you all the best. Thank you. So if you have any questions, you can ask. Reduce my screen. Escape. Yeah. So anybody has got any doubt, you can post your questions on the screen. So otherwise we'll end the session because we'll always be available in the campus. You can come and contact, okay, the coordinator or any of the faculty members for any of the academic issues that you come across. For any emergency, you can call even my phone number. Okay, you can you can take my number 9980567676. I'll repeat my phone number 9980567676. Only for any emergency, you can call my number. Please don't put the messages for each and everything. So nowadays I'm noticing that even for small things also students are putting your WhatsApp messages. Though I'm responding, but all the time I cannot keep responding to all the 350 students, okay, all the days. If I keep doing like that, then by leaving classes and other work, I have to keep responding only to your WhatsApp messages. So that is practically not possible until and unless you have any emergency. Please don't, okay, message me. But still, if you have any emergencies, any queries, definitely you can free to call. Hope all of you have followed this university rules and regulations. I think we can end the session. So thank you, Shilpa Madam, for your kind cooperation.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, I think
Yes.
we can end the session. So
End it.
now from 11:15 onwards, the student can log into the classes today. No more sessions for a day. Tomorrow, again, we have two more persons, resource persons who are going to inspire you. So then from Monday onwards, we'll be having the regular classes. Thank you, madam. I think we can end the session.
Yes, sir.